A Thunder Report from 107.7 The Franchise.
Well, the verdict is not in on the availability of Russell Westbrook in tomorrow night's game against the Miami Heat. And while this reporter thinks that he will play tomorrow night, Scott Brooks, who runs the show for the Thunder, will give us the reasons why he won't make that announcement yet. And then Kevin Durant retracts what he said during All-Star Weekend. We start first with the head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder, Scott Brooks, and finish up with Kevin Durant.
Is Russell Westbrook going to play on Thursday?
Is that tomorrow?
Thursday. Yeah,
Thursday,
tomorrow.
okay. We'll see. You know, he practiced today. First time he went through a practice in its entirety, and we'll see how he feels tomorrow.
Do you consider it game time decision?
Just see how he feels tomorrow. He went through one practice. Nothing other than that to really say about it. See how he feels tomorrow. We keep going from there.
Scotty, a little bit of gamesmanship and all there, or you really feel like you're not sure he's going to play?
No, really, he went through this is the first time he went through an entire practice. Just see how he feels tomorrow. That's it.
Are you comfortable putting him in there after only one practice?
Like I said, we'll see how he feels tomorrow. There's really nothing else to report other than he did go through our first practice, and see how he feels tomorrow morning, and we'll just go from there. Russell looked good. You know, he did look good. I follow his workouts the last throughout his process of rehab. He's increased his activity. He's done some things in the last couple of shoot-arounds. This is our first time we really had a practice, so and just from our schedule, it's been hectic and all the travel. But he looked good. His timing was pretty good. It's always about continue to be in game shape. But all I can say, guys, he looked good today in practice. We'll see how he feels tomorrow. And then we go from there. And there's nothing else other than to say that he did look good today in practice. Our group looked good, and that's always a concern when you've given a team 4 or 5 days off during a break, is to come back and to have good rhythm. But I thought our rhythm was pretty good, but I'm glad we're not playing tonight.
Are there certain aspects about this team that help you kind of hit the ground running coming off a big break like that?
Well, I think the break is good for a lot of reasons. It gives you time to kind of reflect and what we've done well and what we can work on going forward. And I had, even with the All-Star break, I still had a lot of time to think about all the good things that we've done, and there's things that we want to get better. And obviously, with Russell coming back, it adds a dynamic player on both ends of the floor. Russell doesn't get enough credit for this, but his defensive toughness that he demands, and also his ability to get to the free throw line. Those are the things that we like that he brings, obviously, his leadership and all the other things that he brings. But I thought the All-Star break was good for all of us.
Yeah, you guys talked about him needing to pass all the necessary benchmarks. Has he passed all of those benchmarks?
He's passed all of them to get himself in practice, to participate in practice. And like I said, I thought he had a good practice today. We went pretty hard. There's no question. We did a lot of things in transition. We did a lot of half court. We did a lot of defensive drills, and he was able to participate in all of our drills and participate in all entire practice.
Scott, has your view on the dynamic in the backcourt changed at all in the last couple of months, or do you feel like you're putting an all-star back in and pick up where you left off?
No, that's what people. There's going to be an adjustment just from the fact that it's going to take some time to get game shape. But the adjustment is not having Russell back into the lineup. I don't know how many games he has played with our core guys. I'm assuming over 400 games, and he's missed, 25 games? So all the analytic guys out there, you tell me the ratio on that. You probably better off than me, but he has not missed. It's not like we're all of a sudden played 400 games and we're changing our starting lineup and we're throwing somebody else in there. Russell's very comfortable with what we're doing, and our guys are very comfortable having him in the lineup.
Even in terms of Kevin, I hear you on all that, but you saw it the last couple of months. Kevin when it comes to playmaking and doing things that maybe at least we didn't know you could do to that level? And does that even in terms of the load that these guys carries when they're out there together? You don't see any of that?
Well, I mean that's a great view, but I think with Kevin's one of the best players to play this game, and his game has developed throughout the years. He impacts the game two areas that are at a high level, defensively and playmaking, and he's done that over the last couple of years. Playmaking has improved. He can score 30 points on any given night, but that's not what he's about. With Russell in the lineup, Kevin has led the league in scoring 3 out of the last 4 years, or 4 out of the last 5 years. I don't quite remember exact, but with him in the lineup, Kevin's led the league in scoring. But that's not what Kevin's about. It's not what Russell's about. We're about making winning basketball plays every time down court. When he comes back, we add another dynamic player to our mix.
Do you expect to start Perk tomorrow, maybe adjust mid-game, or how do you kind of against Miami?
I mean, it's an adjustment that we have some flexibility with our group. I look at the last game that it's always about sacrificing the group. In order to have a good team in this league, you have to have we have 13 guys. You have to have 13 guys that are committed to the team and sacrificing. The last game, Perk was good. He only played the 4 or 5 minutes, but he was fine, and he sacrificed for the team. But also, I think what gets missed in that game is that our bench did a great job. That they hit 10 threes, and I don't think they have gotten enough credit throughout the season. In particular, that game, they came in and did an outstanding job of just getting us back into the game and taking the lead and staying with it.
How did you feel Russell looked today?
Look good.
Few days off for you guys as a team in terms of practicing. What were the goals today as you guys kind of get back?
Just build on what we've been doing, offense and defense. Just getting back to the swing of things. I think we had 5 days off, 6 days off, so it's good to get back and get ready for the next game.
Are there things about this team that make you guys well equipped to deal with long layups like that, to kind of hit the ground running?
Yeah, I mean we know what this team does, and they're really good at it. So we have to be on point all game and really focus and locked in every possession because they play hard, they play together, and play fast.
Kevin, you said in an interview with Grantland that Russ was playing against the Heat. Do you still think he's going to play tomorrow?
I jumped the gun on that one. I was a little too excited then, but I don't know. That's up to the medical staff and Russell on how he feels. But that's my fault if I gave out some information that's not true. A little too excited on that interview.
Did anyone with the organization talk to you about that interview?
Nah. They just. They didn't say anything, but I could tell that I did something I wasn't supposed to do. But whenever Russ comes back, we'll all be looking forward to it.
What would have made you think that he was ready to go when you said that the other day?
Because they said it right after All-Star break when he got hurt a few months ago, so I just assumed that he was coming back. But that's my fault. I'm sorry for spreading false information.
Yeah, it might have been tough to see at the time when Russ gets hurt and you guys are looking at that challenge. You're just trying to keep your head above water. Now that the team played so well, just talk about, you said, the excitement level for you of making that kind of an addition with 2 months left in the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, it's like trading for an all-star, and the trade deadline and this guy coming in. And, we're looking forward to him, and we're definitely excited for him to get back. Just because he loves the game so much, that's why we're excited, just to see him back on that floor, see him smiling again because he's playing. And so, we're excited about it. And, we just want to take it a game at a time and keep working and see what happens after that.
You guys have laid out some goals for finishing well down the stretch in the regular season. The fact that you're playing a number of higher profile games kind of make that a little bit easier, increase your focus or whatever it may be?
Well, we're just trying to build our habits up day after day and just keep getting better as time goes along, and just take it a day at a time, really, man. And we'll see what happens, and that's as much as I can say. Of course we want to finish strong, but the only way we can do that is if we we focus on every single day and get better every time we step on that court.
What's your view of the meaningfulness of this game as a regular season game? You guys went into their house a few weeks ago and did your thing.
Yeah.
What kind of meaning do you attach to this game?
I mean, it's not a championship game. It's not a deciding game in playoffs. This game is not going to get us into the playoffs or knock us out. This doesn't really decide anything. I mean, it's a regular season game. Everybody else, you know, outside of the NBA, outside of our group, outside of their group, view it as a championship caliber game, playoff game. But it's a regular season game, just like that last one was. You know, the day after the game, we move on, get better from it. Win or loss, you know, just like we always do. So if we try to go into this game thinking about it too much, focusing on it too much, and you know, making it bigger than what it is, we're gonna come out and, you know, a little too tense and not play our game. So we're just thinking of it as a regular season game.
Kevin, it seems like the most important thing right now in the sports world is figuring out what your nickname is.
Yeah.
What do you make of all of this?
I definitely was joking around with the servant thing. You can call me Kevin, you can call me KD, whatever you want to call me. But you know, a lot of people were trying to make up nicknames for me, but Kevin and KD, I'll stick with those two.
Isn't KD? I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I like the initials. You know, it's like KG, AI, those guys. So I'll stick with KD.
You got to change the name of that restaurant if you change the name, right?
Exactly. So I know. Yeah. So yeah, I shouldn't have jumped the gun on that one either. So I might as well just act like I never did that interview in the first place.
Kevin, is there any rest, or can you rest during a break like that?
Man, I stayed in my bed for 2 days straight. I didn't come out of my room for 2 days straight these last 2 days, and so it felt good to get some rest. All-Star weekend is hectic, especially, you know, we were on the road before, and then just going through that whole deal was a lot. So I was glad to get some rest, ate good, slept good, you know, and watched some movies and, you know, feel re-energized.
Has your perspective changed, Kev, at all as far as the way you and Russ play together, the way you fit now maybe compared to a few months ago? You know what I'm saying? No, the way you've been playmaking, I'm not saying things change that much, but you both learn, you evolve.
Yeah.
Is it just plugging a guy in and doing what you used to do?
Well, yeah, I mean, last year I was playmaking a lot. I may average a 1 assist less, but I was playmaking last year with Russ on the court. I handled the ball when he was roaming around, and vice versa. So, I mean, you know, it's not rocket science, man. Me and Russ been playing together for 5 or 6 years now. And, you know, he missed 25 games. There's nothing to think about. He's just gonna come in like nothing happened and just play his game, you know. And I may not have to handle the ball a lot more than like I did before, but you know, it's all about what can I do to help the team win. And I think when Russ was out, I had to help Reggie handle the ball, help Fish, but now he's back. He's the guy that can do it all. So got to give him the ball, and you know, he's gonna find everybody, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Him just helping me out along the way, and I'm doing my best to help the team out as well.
Kev, coming off the break, a lot of maybe potential distraction. Coming off the rest, you got trade deadline coming up. How's the team staying focused and making sure they keep their focus on Miami?
We're a veteran group, man. You know, we're a veteran group. We know the task at hand every single game. So I wouldn't have to say we're worried about you know, the break and trade deadlines, because I don't think anybody in this group is on the trade wire, I guess. I hope not. But no, today was a good practice for us. We focused in and just get ready for tomorrow.
Thunder forward Kevin Durant in a pretty good mood after the All-Star weekend, and why wouldn't he be? The Thunder have the best record in the NBA and a 4-game lead over the rest of the Western Conference. Will Russell play tomorrow? Our next adventure begins after shoot-around tomorrow here at the Thunder Development Center. That's today's Thunder Report. I'm David Garrett for 107.7 The Franchise.